Someone's HelloFresh order arrived at our door today, so I decided it was a sign from God. 1, that I need to switch up my recipes. 2, that I need to give you guys some new content. And 3, I need to spend money on something other than groceries. Welcome to my series, HelloFresh is What's for Dinner. This is night 1, and as you can see, we are making sweet Thai chili burgers. Now, I am following the recipes exactly as the recipe sheet says. We're not deviating because I'm really curious to know what type of flavors mix well and seasoned how. I eat burgers probably once or twice a month, and I never change the recipe, so this will be a really good surprise. One thing I did realize is that HelloFresh really makes you work for your meal. Y'all know I have about 15 minutes in the kitchen before I'm aggravated. Like, y'all, look at me taking a break in between. I had no clue I was gonna have to work this hard. It's burgers, for goodness sake. I picked this one because I thought it was gonna be easy. Now, I was really concerned about adding this soy sauce and ginger into this ground beef, but you know what? We have to trust the process. This is how everything turned out. They got a B+ for this recipe. Come back tomorrow for night 2. And of course, it's always cheers to us for working so hard. Y'all, what the heck is pork taquitos? Welcome back to night 2 of HelloFresh. It's What's for Dinner tonight. Now, one thing I really enjoy about HelloFresh is that everything comes already in these bags. I just need oil and butter and then salt and pepper. That's it. That's all. I also need one of those ground beef smashers because, y'all, I'm struggling. Now, I have never had ground pork before. I don't know what that is. But when a free meal arrives at your door, you don't question it. You cook it. Now, I really like this because it was super simple. What did I tell y'all? I got 15 minutes in the kitchen before I'm annoyed. Now, this took me a little bit longer than 15 minutes to prepare, but you know what? We're going with it. Again, free meals showed up at my door. I just prepared, recorded, and thank God. This meal, I figured was going to be a favorite for everybody in our home. Like, it's like a baked taco. With the exception of the guacamole and the tomatoes, I figure everyone pretty much will eat this. And for the most part, I was right. The pickiest eater in my family devoured these tacos. This gets an A-. Come back tomorrow for night 3. As always, cheers to us for working so hard. Bye. The only thing I hate more than carrots is Jennifer Lopez. Just kidding. I got inspo from the other content creator. I love her little J-Lo side jabs. Welcome back to night 3 of HelloFresh is What's for Dinner. Tonight, we're having Bulgogi meatballs. I have no clue what Bulgogi is, but remember, we're cooking and not judging. I don't care what that recipe card says. I am not making rice on the stove. I have a rice cooker and it works just fine. But y'all, I have got to talk about these meatballs. I've made them from scratch once and they were so dry I never did it again. So I was really worried when it came down to making these. But y'all, the recipe card did not disappoint. Then I realized it was okay to cook things in the oven on a temperature other than 350. These cooked at 425 for 15 minutes. And when I tell you they were the most moist and juicy and tender meatballs I've ever made, okay, well that doesn't say much because I've only made it one other time. But whatever, y'all get it. This recipe gets an A-. All would have left out the carrots. But you know what? I learned how to make meatballs, so a win is a win. Back tomorrow for night 4. Cheers to us for working so hard. Y'all, I think these carrots were a scheme set up by Top. Y'all, what the heck is this? Welcome back to night 4 of HelloFresh is What's for Dinner tonight. I am gonna say that I felt bad by cooking someone else's meals that I decided to start my own HelloFresh subscription. I don't know how it makes it better, but I sleep better at night knowing that I gave this major company my coins. But I should have reconsidered that because what the heck is this? It looks like they sent me a package of tongues. I have never been more afraid of eating a meal in my life. But we cook and we don't judge, right? I'm not gonna lie, when I was putting this seasoning on top of these cow tongues, I was judging. Why did my husband come down in the middle of this process and decided immediately he was not eating dinner? Look, we don't waste food. He's eating this dinner. I don't care. Let me clarify, this is not cow tongue. It says pork fillet, but I don't know what that is. But I made couscous for the first time, so yeah. Honestly, if I keep eating HelloFresh, I'm gonna be fine by the summertime because I'm not eating half of what's on this plate. Surprisingly enough, the one thing that we all ate was the pork fillet. What is going on? I'm back tomorrow for night 5. You had me at one pan. Welcome back to night 6 of HelloFresh. It's What's for Dinner tonight. Now, I've been doing fajitas all wrong because never in my life have I used a green pepper that looked anything like this. Can someone tell me what type of pepper that is? Like, is this called a fajita bell pepper in the store? You all can see tonight it is one pan shrimp fajitas, which is perfect because I'm already tired, so I don't feel like doing a whole lot. And they also add Cholula to their guacamole. I now will always add Cholula to my guacamole. One thing I love about this meal is that it is one pan. Nothing like a one pan meal that says it's going to be done in 15 minutes before I'm aggravated. But life was a little too simple. So in another pan, I took half the peppers and onions and decided we were going to do chicken fajitas as well. I really like how HelloFresh includes all of the seasoning in the kit as well. I wish they broke down what seasonings they use, so I know what to do by myself. But this was a win. Zero complaints on our end, except for the picky eater. Cheers to us for working so hard.